Pedro Sanchez.
My name is Monica Ames.
My name is Maureen Palmatier, and nickname Mo.
My name is Lisa Barrios Gracian.
My name is John Bautista.
My heroes are my cousins, Mitzi and Alex and Nikki Sanchez, all three of them. They're my heroes because ever since I came to this country like 12 years ago, I was pretty much over at their house all day, and you know, we sort of see each other. I hope we all see each other as brothers and sisters and whatnot, but I mean, they're my heroes just simply because they've always been there for me. And, you know, I've always tried to provide what little I can. They're my heroes because, you know, they've always kind of invited me over when I felt really alone, and so I've always felt some sort of company by them. So, in that sense, they're my heroes just because they saved me from that sort of loneliness. A hero is a person that saves you from something, as you know, that's why you get superheroes and all that. But I mean, they don't necessarily have to save you, but they can save you by inspiring you. They don't have to directly do it. And a hero is a person that doesn't really consider themselves to be a hero, and they just do, and they act according to what their emotions tell them or their heart tells them or anything like that. They don't do it just to get. They don't do it for a trade-off. They just do it because they're kind.
I'd have to say that, well, with it being International Women's Day today, I'm going to commend my grandmother. She's definitely someone that I look up to. She's been through lots of trials and tribulations throughout her whole life, and you know, her husband, my step-grandfather, passed away a few years ago, and you know, that was something that was really hard on the whole family because he's, you know, was really important to all of us, and especially to my grandmother, and just seeing her having to go through that, and like even still having such a love for life and just like striving through everything, and she's just definitely someone that I would call my hero, and someone that I look up to. And even lots of women in my family and other people's families too. I just think that there's a lot of stuff that women have been going through and put through so many different things, and it's just awesome to me to see them moving forward with everything. I don't know. I mean, I hope that someone would call me their hero someday, but as of right now, I couldn't really say if I would consider myself a hero. What do I consider a hero? Like qualities and stuff that are in a person? I don't know, someone that can get through just about anything and still, like, you know, have the hardest day ever and still have a smile on their face at the end of the day. I think that anyone that can do that is definitely a hero.
I have a lot of heroes in my life, I really do. Well, I'll choose my mom because she was very kind, and I never heard her say a bad word about anyone, and that's a lot to say. And she taught a lot by her example, and when there were things that she knew that you didn't understand and why you were disciplined, she would sit you down and explain why. Of course, after you got spanked. But and my dad was a hero to me too. I'm fortunate enough to have been raised in a family of love, and I had 3 brothers, and I was the only girl. So, you know, I have no complaints. Just lots of blessings. Well, without categorizing it, I would immediately put it in different types of heroes, because there's a hero is to me is someone that is integrity, dignity, good role model, good example, teaching by actions more than words. And I think that would be a simple enough explanation. Each drop away. My grandkids think I am, and I've been in several places. I could be. I guess I don't know. That to me, heroes are not really from my generation. They were all war heroes, and they literally fought in the wars. People I admire. Hero is an awful big name, and it means a lot of things to different people, and I think it's a generational word. So my mom and my dad were the best heroes I've ever known.
And I have two heroes. One of them, my grandmother, Filomena Chavez, and then it would be my dad, Jose Oscar Barrios. Well, my dad was a very hardworking, honest man. He really made his family the center of his focus. He made sure that we never lacked anything. He had to start from the very bottom as an immigrant coming into this country, and he made his American dream happen. He saw his kids graduate from high school. He was able to buy his house, and he did it all through very, very hard labor. My grandmother is a big hero of mine because she taught me that no matter how hard life is, you shouldn't lose your sense of humor. You should appreciate the beauty of being alive. She was born an orphan, and she started working as soon as she was able to walk. Later on, she was left a widow with 14 kids, and she chose not to remarry because she didn't want anybody touching her kids or spanking her kids, and she did it all on her own without an education. She was able to feed 14 kids, and she never lost her smile, and she never lost her sense of humor. A hero is someone who's able to keep their moral values in very tough situations, and not only do that, but he's able to pass them on to other, their children or their grandchildren, being able to teach them that you shouldn't give up in life, being able to teach them the important things about life. Someone who's able to keep their moral standards in very difficult situations. Oh no. No. I have a long way to I haven't ever been presented in a situation where my moral standards have been questioned or put to the test. So I wouldn't consider myself a hero. I tried to teach the lessons that I was taught by my father, by my grandmother to my children, but that doesn't make me a hero.
And the hero that I've chosen, his name is John Adams. He was my former high school teacher, and tennis coach, and basketball coach. The reason I chose him was he was very inspirational to me and quite an influence while I was in high school. I really enjoyed the method of his teaching. He was very organized, structured, and I think I needed that at that time. He was also quite a self-made man in that he really worked his butt off in college, and then after college he went to the Navy. From the Navy he had enough money then to get a graduate degree from Stanford. After Stanford he ended up teaching at my high school, and from there he took some time off and became a lawyer. He went to USC Law School. There are many qualities that I enjoyed, but mainly it's just the way he approached teaching and his organization and structure and style. Wow, that's a tough question. Could you stop there? Well, I think a hero, much like in the hero's journey, the character comes from modest means or a modest environment and becomes something greater than what he or she thought. So I really think that a hero generally is kind of a very common, ordinary person that does extraordinary things in life. Now, it's up to your definition of what you feel is extraordinary, but in the case of my hero, I think that he came from humble beginnings and he really made a great life out of himself, for himself, by just having a very hard work ethic. And really, I think another quality of the hero and also that hero's journey is the idea of overcoming a lot of obstacles along the way through that journey to really understand who you really are and what you're capable of doing. I wouldn't do that because I'm sure some people might describe myself as a hero because I teach a lot of students, but I wouldn't really call myself that. And I think it's kind of hard for anybody to do that because when your work, what you're doing in life is just what you kind of are meant to do, and sometimes that's what your work is anyway. And I think that's really up to somebody else to decide, not for the person himself or herself to decide.